What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. And in this moment, we're going to discuss the Philadelphia 76ers. This Joel Embiid thing is no longer a process, and here's why. But first, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, get your boy in these algorithms, and also hit that subscribe button for future content. Back to the video. Joel Embiid. I'm telling you guys, I've been saying this the last 3 years. If you guys have any type of eye for the game, you guys can see that Joel Embiid, it just seems like he's not there, right? I think that Joel Embiid needs a change of scenery because it's no longer conducive for the organization to keep relying on him. And in big moments, he just cops out. He injures himself, he pulls something, he tweaks something. And I just think that, man, you can see in his face, he's not ready for that type of pressure, man. I do believe at some point he was ready for it. But after years and years of seeing stuff just slip through your hands, the Kawhi Leonard jump shot is what I really think broke him, honestly, because he got that close to playing in, the NBA Finals, and Kawhi Leonard snatched it from him. Ever since that moment, he swore he was going to be dedicated to his fitness, his body. But we all know that, man, you get all these millions coming in, endorsements coming in. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy from, a different part of the world. He's become more Americanized. It is what it is. He's become more Americanized. He's more comfortable. And he knows that the organization needs him more than he needs it. And that's why I say, to get the best out of Joel Embiid, I think is conducive for the team and Joel Embiid to part ways. I think that Tyrese Maxey deserves to have a dedicated role player who matches his energy. This kid is happy, spontaneous, quick, swifty, takes big shots, not afraid of the moment. And I'm not going to say that Joel Embiid is afraid of the moment, but I just think that at certain times he just lets everybody down, man. This guy is not dedicated to a diet, none whatsoever. Every time I see Joel Embiid, he looks like he's just swollen. He looks like he's stuffed. He's no different than Zion Williamson, if I'm being honest. Because this guy does not care. You know what I'm saying? You see how sluggish he is. He looks like he's full of chocolates. He looks like he's full of Philly cheesesteaks. Whatever he is, he just looks bagged up, man. Dude, you need to go on a 30-day detox. Flush everything out, man. Take your craft serious. Build that endurance because he just looks gassed. And I get it. He still put up 34 points, against that loss against the Knicks. But I think a more healthy, dedicated Joel Embiid would have easily dominated the game. Jalen Brunson is not performing well, right? Julius Randle is injured, right? And I just think it's for the taking. You know what I'm saying? If the Knicks didn't have Jalen Brunson, who knows how this game would have gone. But shout out, first of all, shout out to the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, Thibodeau, for having the tenacious mentality to go out there and just do it with guys. Shout out to Paul Pierce for always highlighting all of the worker ants that don't get noticed, like Josh Hart. I saw the Undisputed Show and he gave a lot of kudos to Josh Hart. He is the unsung hero of the New York Knicks. And, a lot of that doesn't get discussed because, of course, the media only wants to discuss LeBron James. But that's another topic. Back to Joel Embiid. This guy is struggling up and down the court. I get it. He's hobbled. If you're going to be injured, man, be injured. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like at times he slows the team down. You know what I'm saying? You see his effort. I heard Paul Pierce say something about Joker not being able to jump over the iPhone. And I would like to say that Joel Embiid is the same. You know what I'm saying? These players get very comfortable, guys. They're human. You know what I'm saying? They're making money. They're making millions. He got married, got a family now. When you realize that you're established and, at the end of the day, your life is going to be good and you're going to continue to make millions regardless, probably have certain businesses set up, you're no longer going to have that sense of urgency. That's why I will give this to LeBron James. LeBron James will stay dedicated regardless of what he's putting in his body or what he's taking. At least he's using it to his advantage by showing up, keeping himself year-round in peak condition to be able to play and perform. Now imagine if LeBron James had the same attitude that Joel Embiid had. Oh, I'm a superstar. I'm the process. I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm not going to take care of myself. If I'm injured, I don't want to play. Well, we literally talk about LeBron James like that. That's why I got to give him kudos on his greatness. because you have to be dedicated to your craft. And you know, Joel Embiid, he escapes through the media, man. But me watching that game, I was like, they got to get rid of this dude, man, because it just seems like his heart, it's not in Philadelphia. You know, he's been there, he's done that. Quite frankly, the uniforms are kind of boring looking, let's be honest. It's that same blue. The Philly crowd is hostile. They gonna boo your ass. Y'all know I'm an Eagles fan, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think to get the best out of Joel Embiid, you have to switch the scene for him. He has to be back, dedicated, rejuvenated. Maybe the Sixers need to trade him so he can find his worth again. I'm not saying that he doesn't know his worth, but you guys know, like, if you're starting a new job, you're going to put your best foot forward, at least in the beginning, right? And you're going to hope that it pans out throughout the rest of your career, wherever you may work or whatever you may do. But that dedication from Joel Embiid, I just don't see. I see laziness. I see him go to the rim. He'd rather settle for a shot. He just does not want to work. But to be great, you have to work, man. Straight up, you have to work. He's sluggish. He's out of shape. He's acting like LeBron James on the sideline, getting people to massage his knee. I'm not saying that, you know, your knee isn't hurting, but if it's a, you know, minuscule tear like people are alluding to, massages aren't going to help that, man. It's either you're going to play the game or you're not. Because when I look at the players from back in the day that were severely injured, you didn't see any of that. You just saw people like, man, if I don't play, I got to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? And I can't afford to not play. The whole mentality of the NBA has these players spoiled. They're spoiled. They no longer want to work for things that are, you know, given to them. 48 minutes, and you making millions. And did I mention you get to take a break? Yes, there's going to be some times where you have to play all 4 quarters, but I never see LeBron James complain about that. I will give him that. I'm not a LeBron James fan, but I got to give him credit. And when I see Joel Embiid and these other players who take off one game here, one game there, you can see it in Joel Embiid's eyes, man. Like, he does not want to be on that court. He's just going to show up so that the Philly fan base can give him a break. He's going to let everybody know he's injured. And I can already see that the New York Knicks, man, they look like they can win this thing. Honestly, they just do. They look like they have more grit. They're more scrappy. They're ready to do what they got to do. They don't care about how big Joel Embiid is. And I think that the Philly crowd is going to force Joel to play because he doesn't want to disappoint the fan base. And we heard AJ Brown come out and say that, you know, it's stressful playing for the Philly fan base. You know what I'm saying? Darius Slayton, you know, it's stressful playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? James Bradbury, CJ Gardner-Johnson, so and so on. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit and lie like I don't think that he's stressed, because now you had 2 away games where you showed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure on your own will, or, you know, you didn't want to go out like a chump, so you showed up. Now you have to show up in front of this Philadelphia Eagles crowd. It's either gonna bring the worst out of you or the best out of you. And if I'm being honest, I think that the Philadelphia 76ers crowd is what made Markelle Fultz and Ben Simmons crash out because they are that aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And I just look at Joel Embiid, man. I like Joel Embiid. He keeps his head down. He's a funny guy. He has personality. But I think that Joel Embiid, man, needs to request a trade, man. I get it. He's locked in. I don't know if this is the contract year for him or not. But Tyrese Maxey, man, this kid is youthful. He's young. He's having fun. And it seems like he's a leader some nights. I don't sense leadership from Joel Embiid. I never have. All I see is just skillful talent. You know, the guy has great touch to be a big man. Great free throw shooter. But I think that, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes it's just good to switch it up, man. So you guys let me know what y'all think about this, as Joel Embiid is, you know, going out in typical style during the playoffs, man. So Philadelphia fans, weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns. What do you think is going to happen if Joel Embiid and the 76ers get ousted in the first round of the playoffs against the New York Knicks? If you guys found any value from this video, all I ask you guys to do is hit that subscribe button for future content and hit that like button. Thank you so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.